If I'm gonna come back to YouTube, I'm gonna do it right this time. You guys are never going to see the old Evan Shanks again. Give me like 60 seconds of your time. I'm gonna give a brief, just listen to me. 60 seconds, then we'll move on. I've taken about a year and a half off of full-time content creation because I got lost along the way and I lost my passion. Going straight from being a 16-year-old with his first car and only being online the entire time, growing with influencer culture before it was even a thing, kind of skewed and tainted, jaded what I loved about cars, and it got me to do things I wasn't even passionate or excited about. I was a terrible influence on you guys. Not only, was I hasty, irrational, didn't finish anything that I started, bad with money, but I had unhealthy habits. I was in the worst shape of my life, put my mental health aside, just for the sake of trying to clickbait some views and keep up with the Joneses. But I took a year and a half off because if I'm gonna do this forever, I need to make sure that I'm doing what I love. And in order for me to figure out what I love, I needed to not have anybody's opinion, and I needed nobody to see what I was doing. So over the last year and a half, I've spent my time racing, competing, traveling around, going to events, growing our new company, Black Tie Detailing, and really honing in and making sure that when I go forward, I'm doing what I love and I do it the right way. So you'll never see the old Evan Shanks again. To kick off my official return back to YouTube and content creation in general, we're gonna be hopping into my favorite build and probably the most intricate, beautiful car I've ever built in my life. The car is done at this point, basically. Now you guys get to see the video build process. I've made a lot of changes that I've needed to make over the last year and a half, and I'm excited to finally show you guys what I'm all about now. Once I started my break, I was super convicted and I realized something. I needed to take ownership of what I did and I needed to finish what I started. So this last season of life, I have dedicated to finishing what I started no matter what happened. This car, the S13, the 370Z Pro car, and then selling all the rest of the stuff that I didn't need anymore so that I could focus on the cars that I love and never lose the passion. It's important to do. So let's move on now. 60 seconds is up according to my watch. Maybe that was like 80 or 90, I don't know. So the S13. S13s are probably the most commonly built car in the JDM scene. They're kind of like just Mustangs of the JDM world. With that, just like it says in Ecclesiastes, nothing is new under the sun. I don't think there's a way to make a unique car, and honestly, that's not what I'm chasing here. But what I wanted to do, because I loved the S13 so much, it was my favorite car to drive, and it's what I learned to drift on, I wanted to treat the car correctly and build it right. S13s have just an amazing characteristic to them. They are truly, genuinely special. And the reason for that is not necessarily because of looks, but it's because of their balance. They are one of the most balanced and fun, exciting cars to drive at low horsepower out there, in my opinion. Power to weight ratio and the weight balance of it alone gives the car such a unique character that's different from a lot of, like, let's say JZ cars or RB cars. The SR20 or the KA balances the car correctly. I started off with a J35 swap, then I went to a Barra swap, and then I realized, no, I want the car to be enjoyable. It needs to feel like it has an SR20 without having the SR20 in it. So it's almost been a year now, this build being in progress, I have conjured up and built what I would consider, I know this is gonna rustle some jimmies, but it's the SR killer. Not because of the reason that you think. So how do you keep that same characteristic that you get from OEM from 40 years ago, mind you, but modernize it? So I wanted to modernize the S13, give it a proper power plant that didn't take away from what makes the S13, the SR cars, the KA cars, the CA cars so good. Dollar for dollar, this swap is about the same price as what you would spend putting a 40-year-old SR into your car. You get modernized tech, direct injection, drive-by-wire, and tons of cheap parts if anything breaks. Not trying to reinvent the wheel here. I'm just trying to make one of my favorite cars the ultimate version of itself. Let's dive in and make one of the coolest, most modernized S13s that you guys have ever seen. everybody thinks you're a grumpy little turd? Because you don't sleep well. You need better sleep and you need a better mattress. You need a Helix Sleep mattress. I want to stop and thank Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video. We have worked with them for almost 5 years now and we absolutely love it. We've used the Helix Moonlight Luxe for 5 years now. Unfortunately, we had to throw away that mattress and the kids' mattresses with the whole mold situation and moving. That was a bummer. But we got a brand new Moonlight Luxe and 2 Helix Kids mattresses for both of the girls. Dude, the girls absolutely love it. I can't tell you how good these mattresses are because you just need to try them for yourself. After sleeping in not my own bed for almost 2 months out of the mold house, getting back into this thing was just the best experience ever. Helix Sleep is really awesome because you take a quiz online based on your sleep needs. They ask you a bunch of questions about your height, weight, size, how you sleep on your side, stomach, back. We're all different shapes and sizes, but the one thing we all share in common is we need sleep. They cater a mattress to your needs. Now, if you live in the US, the mattress is shipped to your door for free. That's huge. But the mattress shipped to your door in a box, you open it up, it puffs up. I don't know how it works, but it works. The most comfortable mattress you will ever use, and trust me, I've been sleeping on another mattress for 2 months now. I can attest, guys. Game changer. They have a 100-night sleep trial. You can try the mattress for 100 nights and ship it back if you don't like it, which I know is not gonna happen because they're amazing. They also have a 10-year warranty and flexible payment plans. So if it's not in the budget right now, but you need a new mattress, they have ways to make it to where that you can get a mattress to your door without having to wait or save up. Use the link I've got for you right here. HelixSleep.com/EvanShanks. I can save you this amount of bucks. That's pretty huge. Go to Helix, at least take the quiz, see what the site's about, see what options they have for you. I love them so much. Thank you, Helix, for sponsoring this video and for helping us sleep better. Let's get back onto the video. Ladies and gents, I'm so unbelievably stoked to show you guys what I've been waiting to show you all for a long time. Parts finally arrived, which means we're ready to get started on the 240. Now, I haven't told you guys anything yet, so strap yourselves in and get ready for one of the coolest, most functional, most unique, best engine swaps you can possibly do in any S chassis. A lot of people love the SR20 because it is peppy, it's torquey, it's fun. It's a good motor, especially for these chassis. But the issue is, and you can argue with me all day if you want to, no matter what your stance on the SR20's reliability is, it could be more efficient, and honestly, it could be more reliable. It could be. So, I'm doing something that is about the same price as what a nice SR would run you, but modernizing the car with direct injection, new tech, and tons of modularity for whatever transmission you'd like to run. SR20s make S13s feel good, but the problem is you don't feel good when they break and your bank account hurts. So I've been on a journey to try and find the best motor you can put into an S chassis, whether it's S13, S14, S15, while still keeping the driving characteristics that these things have to offer. I did absolutely love this car when it had the SR. It was pretty unreliable. It took a lot of time, money, and effort to set up properly. So I did some research on how to make the most modernized, fun, peppy S13 with more power, but keeping the same characteristics that the SR20 has to offer. And how we're going to achieve that is through this guy right here, the 2.3 liter EcoBoost. You'll notice I'm unboxing a ton of things. It's because this kit is comprehensive from Gem Sport. So it's going to come with stuff like not only the pickup tubes and the oil sump and stuff like that, but it's got all the belt drive accessories and everything you need for this engine to go into an S13. And that is honestly what sold me on the idea of working with Gem Sport. It literally only was because they provided everything. By the way, our degreaser works amazingly. It is something that everybody should have around their shop or house or whatever. Awesome for the engine rebuilding process, to clean stuff up, to get oil off of subframes and stuff like that. The quality of everything is so good. It comes with its own baffled system, and in the S13, because of the way that it has to fit in the car, it is a front sump. So later in the series, you're going to see me running an AccuSump, basically to make an emergency pickup system. Shouldn't necessarily have any issues, and this is really only for drifting and motorsports use, but check it out. Look at how clean this is because I used the degreaser on the CNC. Oh dude, it looks so good. Grab yourself some degreaser. I'm serious, guys. Even stuff like the vacuum delete, you're gonna notice that we had to remove the AC and a few other accessory drive things earlier. So you have the vacuum delete, they've got the balance shaft delete that you do. This is an interesting one. If you saw it earlier when I took off the AC compressor, this is where you're relocating the power steering for the car. So that's going to be a whole nother sort of challenge in itself to route power steering lines, which we ended up doing in a later video. But it's just cool. And then you've obviously got the adapter plate, and then you have the adapter flywheel as well. Not going to get too far ahead of myself, but it's time to put the engine in just to see what it looks like. Wiggling and a little bit of love, and the engine is in. The engine is in, and this is just super exciting to see. Disregard the really crappy intercooler piping. I just put that in there just for aesthetic, just to see, just to mock up some stuff. But we got the engine mounts in. They did forget to send those initially, but we just waited a week and they, gave them to us. So we got the engine mounts. The engine is hard mounted to the car, and I do have the transmission mounts right there, but I'm gonna wait until I get some space on the lift to go ahead and do that. So Ant's car is, he's just got a bunch of stuff he's doing to it. Once his car's done, we can get this thing rolling. We're gonna be running a Link ECU with this because honestly, like Link's tuning capabilities with direct injection is arguably like the best that's out there at the moment. We'll be running that with their drive-by-wire and stuff like that. It's really cool. Like I'll just be able to run a Ford Mustang gas pedal. It's just really cool that all of this is coming from just one place. We obviously have a lot of work to do with the body, and I've still got to do some stuff with the chassis itself, but like it's exciting to see the engine in. So we got the ZF5 transmission. It's from BMW. I love the 5-speed. It's really stout. The gearing's good, especially for drifting. Not great for highway driving. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, maybe someday we'll put a ZF5 dog box in here, which is super cool that they actually have those now. But the ZF transmission's great. Like they hold power really, really well. Now that the engine's in, the fun part sort of begins. We can start doing obviously plumbing, intercooler piping, and intercooler mounts. We can mount the fans and see how everything just kind of fits. I mean, it's really awesome. You see that there's a ton of space in front of this. I mean, it helps that the car is tubed, but there's a ton of space in front of the motor to do whatever we need to do. It's just fun activities. I don't know whatever you want to say. But I'll put my ACT clutch and flywheel on once I get it on the lift, along with the ZF5. If you're interested or you're in the market to do an SR swap, and you have the budget for it, but you're still on the fence about the SR life. Like, again, there's nothing inherently wrong with the SR. For how good the motor was for its time, so I'm not gonna sit here and downplay that it's bad or something, because it's proven the test of time, and the fact that people still use it about 30 years later speaks volumes. But there are more modern ways to achieve just basically the exact same thing, more efficiently and safer. This I'm just gonna call the SR killer, because it's been proven. Chelsea DeNofa's Fox Body, you've seen it, you've seen the car drive. They have Gym Sport actually has another car, one of the guys that works there. It's a 2-liter EcoBoost swap, and it just absolutely rips. Like if it can link tracks like Polecat and just drive around the country with no problems, that's huge. And the fact that you can make 350 something wheel horsepower out of the box with just a pump gas tune, no ethanol, anything like that, like that's amazing. That's so cool. My feedback on everything so far though is I'm astounded at how easy it was to configure everything. All of the tolerances and the quality of the parts, which I paid for and which I got from Gym Sport, honestly just awesome. Like it was very easy to assemble. I had no issues. There was nothing that was like, that didn't fit or was like kind of close to fitting. Like everything was great, which is ideal. Like the biggest thing for me after doing so many car builds is I hate getting stuck. And I hate getting an engine in a car and then having it sit there for like 6 months while I'm waiting for other custom parts from 7 different companies to kind of come together just to have something wrong. The fact that this is from one place and it's designed in one shop and they work with local companies to make sure everything is perfect, that's awesome. That is literally the most ideal you can get with an engine swap, aside from OEM, which that wouldn't really necessarily be an engine swap. You're just putting an engine. It's like one JZ swapping IS300 isn't an engine swap. That's just putting a factory motor in a factory car. But this being a full-on swap and having the modular capability of running different transmission, clutch options, drive shaft, rear diff options, like it's so huge. Like that is so awesome. So Gym Sport is awesome for doing stuff like that. I want to say they have it also for the BRZ, the 86 chassis. Obviously they have it for the Fox body. I think they're developing some more stuff as well. I mean, they got a bunch of stuff, so you guys check them out. Go to the Gym Sport website and see what they got. But dude, it's just so cool. It's so cool to see a little 4-cylinder in this thing. I think S13s just look right with a 4-cylinder. Like, dude, check this out. This car just looks proper with a 4-cylinder engine. It's so awesome. And the fact that it's not an SR20 and it's not a CA18, you know, it's really cool. I'm very excited to see what the platform feels like and what it does. From everything that I've seen online, the videos I've watched of the cars that are currently running, like they just look phenomenal. And again, it being a modular engine swap from one place, huge. I don't think I can say it enough. I'm super excited about this. And the fact that the S13 is just such a fun car. It rips, it's just phenomenal. It is such a good chassis. And I've genuinely missed having this car around and just being able to drive it, because it's just easy, effortless. Like my Z is just, it's set up for comp. It's hard to drive. It's hard on tires. It's hard on fuel. It's amazing and it rips, but it's like, dude, having a car like this, it's fun and just loose and easy, that's like the best. That's just a win. It's a win-win, triple win. To circle back to that point, if you're in the market for a SR20 swap or something along the lines, or you're wondering what to do to your 86 or your S13, Gym Sport's got the EcoBoost. And again, you can just do the 2-liter out of a freaking Ford Escape. The 2 liters, the Ecotechs, they're so cheap and you can run them all the time, all day. They won't make as much power as the 2.3, but it's the same concept. You just plug it in and you can spend a fraction of the money that you would spend on an SR swap while having something, again, newer, all new tech, all new stuff, billet parts that is reliable, which is huge. So I'm not, again, not negating the SR20. It's great, but ladies and gents, we live in modern times, and modern times require modern solutions. And that is literally what we're doing right here. Right now, I have probably I'm gonna say 8 videos in a series. So prepare yourselves. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you are subscribed, because we are so back. Boys and girls, mostly 97% boys. It's important to dial yourself in and make sure you're passionate about what you do. Even if you have to take a break from work and take a hit on your paycheck, or take a hit or a leap of faith, do it at all costs. Because if you don't take that risk now, if you don't take that small amount of time off now, you might end up living a life for the rest of your life that you end up regretting. It sounds scary, like, oh, I can't afford the bills, I can't make the bills. Dude, I know we have been on the bill struggle for a bit now, but God has provided every step of the way, even when it didn't make sense. I want you guys to understand. I mean, if you feel a genuine purpose and you need to change something in your life, dude, take that risk. Timeline is big, right? 1 year of your life going through some trials and some struggles for the rest of your life being filled with what you're passionate for and what you enjoy. It's pretty worth it. If you haven't already, check out our automotive detailing products, because I know you guys have cars. You gotta keep them clean. Even if they're turds, you got interiors, you got wheels, whatever it is, check out our site. We have the best detailing products on the market. I know it, they all know it, it's the best. We appreciate your support, especially in a time of refocus and growth. But we have 7 videos on this. So we have a full series that you're gonna get 1 video a week on, and I'm stoked to finally just be back. We've also got this car coming back, my pro car, doing a bunch of stuff, doing tons of ride-alongs. I'll be at GTR Fest in November, so I wanna see you guys there. I needed this, and I'm excited to be doing what I'm passionate for, regardless of whether people like it, whether people view it, whether it resonates with people, because I'm doing what I love, and you can't stop me. Have an amazing day. If you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe so you can stay tuned and watch the rest of the swap build, plus all the other content that I have for you, because it's gonna get good. I'm hopeful. I'm ready to. All right, I'll see you guys next video. Peace out, boys.